call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Renzi?
Yeah.
Mr. Kokenauer?
Yeah, here.
Mrs. Driscoll?
Here.
Mr. Harshman?
Here.
Mrs. Sangston?
Here.
Mr. Detweiler?
Here.
Mr. Martucci?
Here.
Mr. Martre?
Here.
Mr. Pinzello?
Here, we can stand for a moment of silence for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
motion for the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Motion for treasurer's report.
So moved.
Second.
A motion, a second, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Payment of the general CACTC and federal fund bills.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Payment of the cafeteria fund bills.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Student representative to the superintendent.
Hello everyone, my name is Dane Pavlovich, and here's a little what's going on at CAHS. The Student Council is preparing for our annual Christmas blood drive accompanied by Talent on December 19th from 7:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Talent donates a scholarship every year to one of our Student Council senior officers based on how much blood the school donates. Last year the recipient was Aubrey McLean, and she was awarded $500. And since anyone from the outside community can donate, we appreciate the community's help in saving lives and ensuring that our event is a success. That is all. Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Oh, of course.
The class play is this weekend. Senior class play is this weekend.
Yes.
I think.
Friday through
Thank
Sunday.
What's wrong? You didn't.
I'm not a play kind of guy. Sports kind of guy.
I like sports.
Thank you.
Thanks. I was just making sure somebody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll move to public comment for agenda items. First, we have Chris Oler, piano. Just remind everybody they have 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Chris Oler, live in Bullskin Township, taxpayer. First off, I'd just like to read some numbers off. This is our breakdown of our 2024 taxes, property taxes we've collected. Okay, so the breakdown goes, Bullskin Township received $132,760.93. The county has received $1,956,860.37. The school district, from our Bullskin taxes, has received $4,142,304.41. Okay, with that, I keep hearing rumblings of wanting to spend $70,000 to refurbish a piano. Okay, I must remind you guys that because of this tax burden that we've issued on all of our residents, we will never own our homes. And with that said, we have people living on $800 a month. They're probably cutting their pills in half, scared to death they're gonna lose their homes to taxes and won't be able to hand it down to their children. And then I see this, $70,000 to refurbish a piano. And I think of the people right now that's struggling, wondering how they're gonna do Thanksgiving, wondering how they're gonna do Christmas. I will ask every one of you on the board, please don't be the one known as the one who spent $70,000, but the ones that saved the taxpayers $70,000. And I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Flip, and he's on the piano also.
I just, the whole piano thing has got me for a hot minute. I've been coming to musicals, I've been coming to concerts, I've been coming to all kinds of things that they do at this school since 2009. And the only thing that I have about that is I've never seen a student play that piano at all since 2009. If the school board itself is going to pay for something that a student doesn't touch, I don't think it's worth it. If students are allowed to play that and showcase themselves playing that piano, then I think it's worth it. If it's not going to be showcased for students, then it's an ornament to me. It's a great prop, whatever you want to say. But in all honesty, I don't think it's worth paying $70,000 for a student never to touch it. And I've had all of my kids go through and have piano class and never have touched that piano. So to me, I don't think it's worth it. And granted, I would love to see it fixed. If it's going to get fixed and be a historical thing or something like that, I think a historical society or something like that should take care of it. But unfortunately, I don't think it's deserving of students' money when students don't use it. And that's my stance on it. And just to let you know, you guys know, I've been here for a long time, and I talk about the music, I talk about the band, and that's in my heart. And in my heart, I'm not seeing any of these band students touch that instrument. And that's unfortunate, so why pay for something that kids aren't even playing? Thank you.
Thank you. We're not supposed to be making comments. Remove the athletics, Mrs. Sangston.
Thank you, Mr. Penn. Request approval to award bids for spring sports supplies and equipment to the lowest responsible bidder meeting specifications. And I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval of the following 25-26 supplemental contracts. 8th grade assistant boys basketball coach James Burke and girls assistant wrestling coach Jonathan Nepper. Sorry if I didn't do that one.
It's number.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
You're good.
And I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
So I have Mr. Ramsey,
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Martucci,
No, ma'am.
Mr. Evans.
Nothing, thank you.
That's all, Mr. Penzola. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sangston. Moving to buildings and grounds, Mr. Detweiler.
Thank you, Mr. Panzel. I'd like to request approval of the following event and building usage request. And I'd like to spread items 1 through 4, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval to apply for and accept the Public School Facility Improvement Program grant in the amount of $1.4 million for the Springfield CMP Elementary Roof Project, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Kokenar, anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Mrs. Sangston?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Kirsch?
Nothing, thank you.
That's all we have, Mr. Panzel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Detweiler. Moving to the Carnegie Free Library, Mrs. Driscoll.
I have nothing on there tonight. Mr. Martre?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Hirschman?
Nothing.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Driscoll. Moving to the Collinsville Area and Career and Technical Center, Mr. Kokenar.
Thank you, Mr. Panzala. No, we have nothing for this tonight. Mr. Detweiler,
Nothing, sir.
Ms. Sampson,
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. McMillan, that's all we have, Mr. Panzala. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kokenar. Moving to curriculum, Mr. Martucci.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval of the student teacher placement from St. Vincent College for spring 2026, and also move.
Second.
A motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval of the following professional employee travel. Lori Lambie, Ashley McLaughlin, and Tom Pendot to attend the PDE Data Summit Conference. First CPA from March 30, 2026 through April 1, 2026 at a cost of approximately $3,400 to be paid from the technology and curriculum budgets. And I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all I have, Mr. Detweiler.
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Renzi? Yes, sir. And Dr. Kimmich?
I have nothing, thank you.
Thank you. That's all, Mr. Panzella. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martucci. Moving to cyber, Mr. Martre.
Thank you, Mr. Penzo. We have nothing this evening. Mrs. Driscoll,
I have nothing. Thank you.
Mr. Harshman,
Nothing, thank you.
and Mr. Ghost.
Nothing, thank
That's all we
you.
have.
Thank you, Mr. Martre. Moving to federal programs, Mr. Renzi.
I don't think we have anything. Mr. Martucci?
No, sir.
Mr. Dr. Coons?
I have nothing, thank you.
Nothing under federal. Thank you, Mr. Panzella.
Mr. Harshman, you didn't have anything either, right? All right, thank you. Moving to finance, Mr. Renzi.
Thank you, Mr. Manzel. I request approval to accept the following donations to the Bible Club from Highlands Team for Christ for $750, Anonymous Donor for $50, and Bellum Small, $150. In memory of Tom Nicewander, Ronnie and Michelle Duke for $100. Shop with the Teacher event, VFW Post 21, $300, and Kissel and Associates, $300, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request to approve the alert application of Arm Real Estate Holding LLC, Aurora Enterprises LTD Leonard for property located 3rd Street, Connellsville, Pennsylvania, tax map numbers 0506-0522 and 0506-0523 and 0506-0524 and 0506-0525 and 0506-0526, conditioned upon approval by the City of Connellsville and County of Fayette, and to further authorize district administration to administer and approve LERTA request. I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Detweiler?
I have one favor. Mr. Witt, could you just, for the public, could you like explain to them what, some people don't know what LERTA is? Real quick, it's simple, but I mean, like, just so that we're transparent with what we're doing there.
So absolutely, the LERTA program is a program that all three taxing bodies have approved, that essentially for new construction located within municipalities that have approved LERTA, like the city of Connellsville, any new construction, there's no change for a 5-year period to their tax assessment based on that new construction. So their tax bill remains the same, it doesn't increase as a result of that new construction for 5 years. So for 5 years, there isn't a dollar-for-dollar loss, you're still getting the taxes you were before, it just does not go up, the taxes are delayed going up for a 5-year period. After that 5-year period, the taxes are readjusted to what the normal assessment would be, and therefore the taxes go up to what it regularly would be under those normal circumstances.
Great answer. I didn't can that either, right? We didn't know about that. Thank you, sir. I have nothing else, Mr.
Kokenar?
Not for the,
Mrs. Robinson?
Nothing further, thank you.
Anything about the budget?
Oh, I mean, I can repeat what I said on my.
Everyone, while you're good.
Yeah, I guess that not everybody was here. I just appreciate, our legislators for approving the state budget. It was great timing. We did not need to take out any, tax anticipation, loans or anything. We were able to get through without doing that. And, so now we'll start receiving money over the next, 4 weeks. They're gonna start getting us money. Some of it has started rolling in already. So we'll be in good shape for, to be able to pay our bills.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Robinson. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Renzi. Moving to food service, Mrs. Sangston.
Request a conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the cafeteria worker substitute for the 25-26 school year. Amanda Fabian, Brittany Teague, and Stephanie Swing. Nicer.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Martray?
Nothing.
Mr. Kokenar?
no.
Mr. Trippinoff?
I'd just like to thank the cafeteria staff for their meal and preparing for tomorrow, big things to meals. Again, they've been working hard at it, so thank you to everybody else.
We thank them too. That's all we have, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sangston. Moving to personnel and review and liaison, Mr. Renzi.
Thank you, Mr. Manzel. Request the conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the long-term substitute list for the 2025-2026 school year. Macy McMasters, Jennifer Lape, and Bailey Rodenstiel, and I so move.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval to accept the retirement of Christine Grimm, teacher, effective January 14th, 2026, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request a conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the support personnel substitute list for the 2025-2026 school year. Tammy Hall, Amanda Fabian, and Stephanie Swingle, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval to hire the following support personnel effective for the 2025-2026 school year, subject to completion of all necessary clearances, employment documents and requirements, and applicable board policies, including without limitation, board policies 504, 508, and 509. Ava Henry, Brooke Sumi, and Janelle Moss, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval for Sarah Squirks, teacher, to take a sabbatical for the spring and fall 2026 school semesters beginning January 15, 2026, conditioned upon submission of district acceptance and approval of all necessary sabbatical documentation, and to waive any return to work requirements based on such documentation. And I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request the conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the professional substitute list for the 2025-2026 school year: Natalie Lowry, Emily Myers, and Cal Sepp Woods. And I so move.
Second.
The motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval to hire Sergeant Major Alexander Lassendock and as JROTC instructor, effective upon release for the 2025-2026 school year in accordance with the agreement with the Department of Defense, and hiring approval letter and pending all credential requirements and subject to verification of the results of physical examination, TB test, and drug screenings, required clearances, and all other essential employment requirements under board policy 303 and PDE regulations, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval to accept the retirement of Kim Labuda, teacher, effective June 1st, 2026, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Request approval for an amended retirement incentive for teachers for the 2025-2026 school year as proposed and contingent upon approval with a corresponding memorandum of agreement understanding with CAEA for such retirement incentive, and I so move.
Second, with a question. So if we have teachers that are, their spouses are working, they retire, are they entitled to the incentive cash?
So they would be entitled to the
And
incentive.
they could go on
cash, yes.
their spouses' healthcare, right?
So it's one or the other. They would no longer be entitled to go on the spouse's health care if they take the cash offer. So they can't double dip in that sense, where it's,
Well, what if they're already on it?
so if they're already on it, and they want to continue the health care, they still remain under their spouses to reduce the cost for the district. But they can't take these cash incentive and then also take the health care by remaining on their spouse's health care.
So if they take the family health care, they don't get the incentive, you say?
If they take the family health care, that would be their 1 or 2 year incentive, 2 years under this proposal.
But that's no incentive there.
There's that incentive.
That's what they already have.
So for them, then the cash offer would be the other alternative incentive, unless the board wants to entertain a different proposal.
No, that's what I just asked. Would they be eligible for the cash incentive?
They would, but then they would not be eligible to remain on their spouse's healthcare coverage.
Until when?
For the period during which they would normally.
So
2 years.
basically, I get it then, so you're saying they would have to take their health care, that 2 years of health care, and then jump onto their spouses on the third year?
Correct.
Because they'd be out.
Correct.
It's really not much of an incentive for anybody that's married in the district. But is that like a double standard? So if somebody's married to somebody who's using their, like say that I started first and my wife came in later, and I was on my health care. And she retired before me. Would she be eligible since she was already on my health care?
So normally, they would be entitled to remain on, but they would have to pay the premium associated with that stay. With this incentive, it doesn't allow somebody to double dip, take the cash and the health
Okay.
insurance as well.
I think we're gonna lose some people on that one, I'm just saying that. I feel like we will, but.
So what you're saying, Mr. Wood, if you have, are we talking about your full working district?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so if you have a couple right now working in the district, one or the other one has family health care, right?
One or the other, they both would be eligible under the district's healthcare plan if they're both district employees.
So say we have a man and woman, and so they have, one is under the family health care. That covers both of them.
Correct.
Okay, so where's the incentive if one of them retires? There's no incentive there. They're back where they started from.
You need to check what you brought. Right?
They wouldn't, there would be
You
no
needed
incentive to
you
retire.
needed to,
There's no incentive.
Other than just being able to retire, there'd be no incentive for them to leave.
Yeah.
so you need
They're
to,
not-
taking the
you need to check what you brought forward.
What's that?
I said they're not taking the insurance if they're on their spouses.
But they're not getting the cash either.
Well, they'd be eligible for the cash then in that situation. They
Okay,
just
so they
can't.
could, so they still have family health care with the cash.
And
No,
they would have to,
No.
No,
That's the incentive, isn't it?
you brought this,
I didn't write that out.
you brought
the
this,
board wants to entertain
Mr. Wood
something.
wrote that out.
you want to table it?
Addition.
Question. Was this the same agenda item that we read last month that it failed?
Yes,
It is the same agenda item last month.
same one we bring up every time.
So we didn't know about it last month, we voted it down 5-4, this month it's back on, and now we got questions about it.
You're not asking.
Okay,
You're not supposed to ask a question, you can ask.
That's all I have.
You wouldn't have been able to explain it last month or this month, I'm just telling you that I had a question.
And that was a good.
No, I had a question
Thank
too
you.
also.
That was
You
a
know,
good
question?
you got teachers retiring now without an incentive, and you're gonna give them more money
Hold on 1 second.
to retire.
Hold on 1 second.
Paul has,
Yeah, go ahead. The floor is yours.
I think that we should do some more investigation on this. I never thought of the insurance deal and not taking the money also.
Wow, you thought, was that a good question you're saying,
Clear
Paul?
all this stuff up before we present it to the people.
so we gonna vote this or we table?
Well, how about the problem is, we're gonna have, when are you gonna have scheduling done? It's with the high school and all the scheduling is gonna be done. Is it gonna be done, like, we say, February, March, or is it gonna be pushed until, like, because what we do is, we wait until the end of the year, and then we don't have any leverage, because the schedule comes out, and it is what it is at that point, we can't move people around, we're always late. So if you guys can promise that we're gonna have a schedule created, so I know our counts, then I don't mind tabling it to January or December. December's fine if we can figure it out. We're gonna need that schedule as well, it's gonna help out.
Mr. Wood, that was your proposal, where you read it out.
We should have those numbers.
Same one we read
Because
last
those people
month.
are gonna want to put,
Yeah,
they're gonna
but
have,
we didn't know,
Why
we
did
didn't
you
know
have a
about.
meeting
That was
No,
earlier?
It's
That
not,
was just-
we didn't know that
That's
they
not
were
a
not
big-
entitled to the
We need to check.
incentive.
we do now.
We do
So
now.
it's,
We need
it's,
to
it's
check
done
it.
now. So,
What do we need? Are we voting or table?
Are we able to change that so that they are
Can't change
entitled to
anything
the
now.
incentive?
no, because it's an MOU, you're not, he dealt with the teachers union already.
Not on this thing, you have to send it to
So what do we need to table this? Are we tabling it or do you want to vote? Table it so we can investigate this and do it if you want.
Whatever you wanna do, Bob, it's your committee, I don't care. It's a good, it saves the district $1 million if you get enough people, if you get the right people a year, which is compounded, it's a great idea, but if you're gonna lose people because of that, if you're gonna lose somebody over 20,000 where you can save hundreds of thousands, it's bad money and bad business. If you're gonna run the school like a business, then you gotta pay attention and do it right.
That was the way that was your proposal, not to give them.
What do you want to
That
do?
was consistent with prior year
Add
proposals.
on, prior year,
That-
we never had it before.
We did several.
We've had incentives before.
That's not what we want now, though. We want to give the incentive so that they can, they're entitled to one or the other.
Mr. Renzi, this is something, we either have to table this, and you discuss it, and
We
what
can't
should be
change it.
brought here.
We're discussing it right
No,
now.
no, you can't, Mr., no, you can't, no. You have a choice to
Are we
either
able to change it?
no. Table it,
Not tonight, are we able to
Yeah,
change it?
you have the ability to modify that proposal.
Okay, we didn't modify that tonight, okay.
Where
Everyone
we
in
at?
agreement?
What are we agreeing on?
Okay, we'll take one. Are you agreeing that they should get one or the other? I'm gonna do that.
Paul,
They should get it.
Paul,
That, we
Paul.
have to vote this way.
Mr. Renzi, we're not, no, what do you want to
You're
do?
either gonna table it or
You're
vote
either
on it.
gonna table it or vote on it.
We'll table it, okay, till.
What do we need to do?
Table
So we can bring it back again.
Well, no, we're bringing back something different, David. We're not bringing the same thing back.
Mr. Renzi, do you want to pull it from the agenda for
I
tonight?
said we're gonna table, yes.
Okay, that's, so we need to do any other voting or that? All right, moving on.
Bob, you got one more vote.
I'm sorry, 19J. Request approval of release time for Margaret Rockwell, PSCA ESP with cost to be reimbursed by PSCA for the following dates: December 3rd, 2025, half day PM, and December 4th, 2025 for the full day. I so move.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Detweiler?
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Martucci?
No, sir.
Mr. Witt?
Nothing further. Thank
Mr.
you.
Evans?
Nothing else, thank you.
Mr. Detweiler, thank you for bringing that to everyone's attention. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Manzella.
Thanks, Mr. Renzi. Yes, Mr. Dadwell, that's a great question. Moving to policy and legislative, Mr. Marche.
Thank you, Mr. Panzel. For second reading, request release following policies 218, student discipline, and 801, public records.
Second.
I
Motion
so move on that.
second. Any, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And our first readings for next week, 247, hazing, and 803, school calendar, and 805.1, relations with law enforcement agencies. And I so move.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
If anyone needs a copy of that, please see the board secretary and get a copy. Thank you, that's all we have. Mrs. Driscoll, you got anything else?
I have nothing else.
Mr. Harshman?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Evans?
Nothing, thank you.
That's all we have.
Thanks, Mr. Marche. Moving to safety and security, Mr. Martucci.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. We have no agenda items at this time. Ms. Driscoll?
I have nothing here.
Ms. Sangston?
Nothing.
Mr. Parker? Nothing. Thank you. That's all we have, Mr. Panzella.
Thank you, Mr. Martucci. Moving to special education, Mrs. Driscoll.
22, Steel City Academics, request approval of the agreement between Steel City Academics in Washington County and the Connellsville Area School District agreement for the 2025-2026 school year.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Oh, anybody? Mr. Marbury, do you have anything else?
Nothing, thank you.
Ms. Bowman?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Hirschman?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay, that's all we have.
Thank you, Mrs. Driscoll. Moving to student services, Mrs. Sangston.
Thank you. Travel in accordance with policy number 121, I like to put 1310. This morning I submit.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, 23B is an add-on from Monday. Before I read it, I'm going to say something. I called our representative today. Mr. Rathman, there is money coming to this school for the arts program. You know anything about it? All schools are getting for arts. Specifically for the arts.
No, it can be used for, it's K through 12. It's related programs Support arts programs through general funding, increasing career, technical education, facility improvements, and art programs. So to answer these gentlemen's questions out here, it's not going to come out of local tax.
Is that
I understand your concerns.
Are you referring?
That's not what
for
I'm
the basic
Well, that's
ed?
what it can be used for. Okay.
That's not already learning.
It's not
No.
part of the regular.
Ready to learn, that's not part of that
Increase
grant.
in the basic ed,
I mean, that would be the only additional money.
because the increases in basic ed were already budgeted for, and those amounts were
Correct.
budgeted,
So that's enough.
but, so.
Right, I'm asking, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm being told from.
As far as what's in the budget, what I budgeted for basic ed, which would be where that would come from, would be, I budgeted very close to the amount that we were awarded from the state. So there's not a lot of additional money.
So they're not giving you,
There was an increase, but I
arts.
budgeted for it, and that's part of the basic ed subsidy. I don't know that, I mean, I don't know.
It's not
that-
allocated that way.
There's not allocated specifically for, I mean, you can spend it on arts, but I don't, it's not like
Okay, don't
specifically.
It's not
Maybe
specific.
used for those
Well, I don't know.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, but the large amount of money that was in that adequacy and ready to learn, those specific fundings, that is not in that list. A lot of that is STEM, science, your reading and math literacy stuff, and like full-day kindergarten. So that where the large chunk that we got additional funding, a large amount of additional funding, that there's those specific costs. And we looked and it was not, well, at least we haven't, there's not been an update to the list, but as of what it was last year, there was nothing where we could spend it on those things. So,
Just asking.
Do you have anything else, Mrs. Sangston?
No,
Any other thoughts on it?
no.
But just for you two gentlemen to understand.
Hold on, we need to read this, Dave.
What's that?
She hasn't read it yet.
Well, it's an add-on, so, you can
Just comment.
comment.
Well, we didn't read it.
You read
You didn't
it,
read it first,
Okay,
then you
go ahead, read
comment.
it. Go ahead, read it.
Request to have approval to pay for the Steinway piano restoration from the general fund with such amount offset by all donations previously received and/or donations received in the future for piano restorations, which donated funds are authorized to be paid toward the cost of the Steinway piano restorations. Total cost of restorations, $68,914. To date, of 10/29/25, the donations are $6,369.78. That's what we received so far. Any comments or questions on this?
Okay,
So we need a second.
I'll second it.
Got a second. All right, question?
Question. To answer your questions, gentlemen, on this piano, we do a lot of programs in the school district, and I support them all when it comes to the kids, okay? The piano is really old. It goes back to 1967. It needs repair. They use it every day in the classroom down there for the course. They use it every day. And there's 118, 120 kids that get the results of this piano. And there's kids that even get to use the piano, because what they do is they rotate. I talk to the instructor to make sure. Those students are rotating on that grand piano every day. They have to work on the other ones first, and then they're transitioned over to that.
Mr. Martry?
Yeah.
I'd like to have a little rebuttal to that.
Go ahead.
Me as being a township supervisor, and I read off the tax dollars. To me, that is a slap in the face of every taxpayer. You're proposing to spend over half of what I get in taxes. I am required to take care of 76 Mile Road. That's all the ditches, pavement, everything. If somebody's got problems with garbage, dogs, cats, and you want to blow this on a piano. It makes me sick.
So what you're saying is it's okay to blow the money on football, basketball?
It
and all
ain't
the other
okay to
sports?
blow it on anywhere, because to me,
That's what we do.
$4.1 million is crazy to
That's
pay
not what you do,
anything.
Mr. Martry. When you say football, go ahead.
But I have a question
Take
for
a
you.
vote.
This young lady has a
Yes.
question.
That's
Hang on one second.
I don't think
Why did you wait till just tonight to do it when we've been doing this for
Well,
months?
because I thought it was dead months ago, okay? But then somebody that the taxpayers is entrusted to keep everything good for them has to keep rehashing this piano. And I know what a struggle it is. I'm making chicken salad out of chicken shit out in Thanksgiving. And you people's blowing money like drunk college kids with a credit card. I don't get it. The struggle, I just told you, there's people cutting their damn bills in half because they're scared to lose their home. They can't afford their prescriptions. But yet it's okay to you guys to spend $70,000 to refurbish a relic if it's that priceless. Put it in one of these rooms and put some glass around it. Nobody should even touch it.
That's interesting.
Go ahead,
Lady.
Gary.
That's interesting.
May I be so honest with you guys?
Yeah.
Please.
I think we've all had Miss Harbaugh, we've all been in musicals. The first ever musical that I was in last year was Mamma Mia. I have seen one kid touch that piano that entire Mamma Mia. And that kid was Max Stern. I have not seen anyone else touch it. I have heard from other kids that she yells at kids for touching that piano.
Thank you.
Heard the same
Thank you.
thing.
And that's my thing.
I've heard the same thing.
The piano should be showcased, the students should be showcased on it. If it's that impressive of a piano, why can't we showcase the students playing that piano? If we're gonna pay for it, they need to showcase.
Oh, I agree.
That's why we have these musicals, that's why the football field, we're showcasing the talent. Showcase the talent. If it's getting showcased, then I have no problem with kids' money being spent on it. But if it's not being showcased by a student, then no. They can play it in that room, and that's under supervision of Mrs. Harbaugh, but if we're putting all that money, they need to showcase it. It's a piece of art, it's history. That's the whole point of that, right?
I've asked the same thing a couple years ago, why the kids aren't part of the pit orchestra or whatever.
Yes.
Exactly.
And why they aren't playing the
This is a
instruments.
musical.
Yes.
This
Do we
is
not have any
theirs.
pianos
And I was told
off the
that they may miss a note. Well, so what? That's what the parents come to
It's
see.
a learning experience.
That's what they come to see.
This is a showcase.
And actually, I read the article, Mrs. Harbaugh years ago was in the pit orchestra in the music.
Go ahead.
The only time that I've ever seen that piano used, as much as I like it, they have a piano lab for piano class. She doesn't use the Steinway for it, because the Steinway's only used for chorus. And the chorus kids are the only ones, and she's the one that plays it. It's never used for a piano class. She has a whole nother piano that sits in the piano lab that's used for it.
And then she plays it when we have chorus concerts
In practicing chorus.
and practicing chorus.
I
She's
think
doing
most of
great.
us have heard the same thing.
I beg to differ with you because I talked to Mrs. Harbaugh. Went down
Well,
and
you
asked
talk,
her how
well,
it's
not,
done.
wait a minute, we have the students telling you.
Oh, I thought they
It's
were done.
time to take it, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm still
One more.
official.
Mr. Martre, being so honest with you, I can tell you one thing, and then you can go behind your own back and say something else. Because we've all seen it firsthand.
All right, thank you. Take a
Thank
vote.
you. Thank you for being very honest. I appreciate
Yep.
that.
Thank you, guys. Take the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? No. Roll call.
Mr. Kokenauer,
No.
Mrs. Sangston,
No.
Mr. Harshman,
No.
Mr. Martre,
Yes.
Mr. Detweiler,
No.
Mr. Martucci,
No.
Mr. Renzi,
Yes.
Mrs. Driscoll,
Yes.
Mr. Panzella.
No. Motion fails. Motion fails. We still can apply for grants and do whatever we can and try to do it through the grant as
Does
we
this
did
board understand
months
one
ago.
thing? I'm gonna say one
Mr.
thing.
Martre, I hope this is a dead issue. We can
No,
apply
it's
for
not.
grants. Well,
It will not be a dead issue with me.
well,
And I have a right to talk here tonight too. You can beat that all you want.
Well,
I have
you're
the
not.
right to talk. I was an elected official.
And what do you want now?
$8,000 is what you're gonna pay. You're talking about you're gonna pay $8,000 more if you wait and you try to generate money. You're not. If you're gonna do fundraising, you better do it for every sport and everything that's out there. And I support that,
Well, they
as far
did.
as the kids.
I think you gotta look
That's
at
just where I'm
the-
at.
a wrestling room.
This is not right. That piano does not sustain the sound in it. It won't do it anymore. It's old. It needs to be refurbished. And we're just passing up a good deal because it's gonna cost a lot more money down the road. People that tell me they wanna vote yes for it say no tonight. I don't get it. They support it, then they turn around, they say no.
Well,
The
you should.
reason I
I'm
did
done.
that
I'm
was
done.
because I believe the
Okay, you're done.
children.
Yeah, we're worried about everything.
I believe the kids over her.
Why don't you go put a new kitchen in again too, up at the administration, anybody know about that? We didn't know anything about it. We put another kitchen in on
Thanks.
the
Did you have anything else under student services?
$13,000. There, put that in the paper. We didn't know anything about it.
Nothing else
But
under
they put
student
it in.
services?
That's all right.
Moving to technology, Mr. Detwiler.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. I'd like to request approval to advertise and solicit bids for E-rate Category 2 switches and managed internal broadband service, and I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Mortray?
Nothing.
Mr. Harshman, do you hear me?
Yes, nothing, thank you.
Mr. Goode?
Nothing else, thank you.
Thank you, that's all we have, Mr. Panzella.
Thank you, Mr. Detwiler. Moving to transportation, Mr. Stephenor.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval of additions, updates to the bus bed drivers list. I so move.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all I have, Mr. Panzella. Mr. Martucci.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Renzi.
Nothing.
Mr. Evans.
Nothing, thank you.
That's all we have, Mr. Panzella. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kokenar. Nothing under the President's report. Next, we'll move to public comment for non-agenda items. And first one we have will be Robin Turlington for class rank.
Good evening. My name is Robin Turlington. I'm here again to speak about class rank. Month after month, we have all made points about the relevance of class rank and of having the selection of a valedictorian and salutatorian. The possible advantages of those distinctions when applying for college acceptance or scholarships, the tangible pride and feeling of accomplishment that it comes with those distinctions. The lessons that these students will carry with them far outside these high school walls, that hard work, determination, and sacrifice are worthy of praise, and there is no shame in having that feeling of pride that you pushed yourself further than you thought possible and accomplished more than you thought you could. At this point, I don't know what more there is to say that hasn't been said. This is the point where it feels like we are all digging in, holding on to our reasons, refusing to admit defeat when we feel what we are doing is right and for the right reasons. I keep circling around to the reasons the decision was made to eliminate class rank 2 years ago. One of those reasons is that Power School was simply incapable of making the calculations needed to determine class rank. I can tell you that the problem isn't Power School, it's how Power School is being used. After the meeting Monday night, I sent an email to the high school guidance office asking that they take Mr. Gose up on his offer to provide support in changing the GPA reflected in Power School from the unweighted to the weighted with the simple use of a drop-down box. I received my first reply from the guidance counselor, Mrs. Hope, a little before 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. After a few exchanges by email and a phone call with Mr. Bosnick and Mrs. Hope and a bit of he said, she said debate on who could actually authorize it and who was capable of doing it. By 9:18 a.m., I was informed by Mr. Bosnick that Power School had been updated with the T1 weighted GPA for all students. For weeks, my daughter's GPA sat at 4.0, and within 2.5 hours, I was now looking at a weighted GPA of 4.75. This weighted GPA is not cumulative, and it only reflects the first grading period this year, but it was proof that the limitations that we were made to believe were true were not. I am now asking that Power School be used to its full potential with the knowledge that it can calculate and reflect cumulative weighted GPA as well as determine class rank. If it is given the rules and formulas needed to do so by the administration, Power School even provides support to schools in making these changes. I ask that you now offer your support to these students in granting their request to bring this topic to a vote and overturn the decision to remove class rank and reinstate the selections of valedictorians and salutatorians for both the high school and the CACTC. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we'll have Allie Christner, class rank.
Good evening, and thank you for giving us a chance to speak. Before I begin, I want to say this. Respect goes both ways. If the students are expected to show up and take these meetings seriously, then we expect the same and how our voices are heard. Truly listening to us shows our concerns and our futures matter. You know why we continue to come here. We are not confused. We are asking for a change that directly affects our opportunities. Meeting after meeting, we return because class rank is not just a number. It motivates us, pushes us, and opens doors. Just the other day, I heard a student say, "Why does it matter? There's no more class rank, why should I try?" That mindset is a direct result of removing class rank. Students stop pushing. They stop believing their effort leads anywhere. Class rank gives us purpose. It drives us to take challenging classes, make sacrifices to strive for better opportunities, stronger college applications, and scholarships many of us depend on. Removing class rank doesn't reduce pressure. It removes motivation, direction, and wants a few ways we can stand out in an already competitive world. We keep showing up because this matters. Class rank gives us the purpose, the visibility, and the reason to keep getting when work gets hard. We are asking you to recognize that our effort does matter. Respect the time we give and the goals we are fighting for. Bringing back class rank isn't just restoring a system. It's restoring motivation, fairness, and hope. Tonight, we are not here to beg. We are here to demand that you take our voices seriously and act on what your students are telling you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Julian Smith.
Good evening, I'm here tonight because I honestly need to say, I'm tired. I'm tired of coming to these meetings, pouring out our concerns, explaining how this policy negatively affects the students, only to feel like our voices don't truly matter. It seems clear that despite all the students' testimonies, all the data, and all the genuine emotion we've shared, the board is unwilling to reconsider. And that is deeply disappointing. What hurts the most is not just the decision itself, it's the refusal to even reconsider our briefing. It feels like acknowledging the possibility of being wrong is harder than doing what may be right for the students. We've tried to speak respectfully, we've brought evidence, we've explained how this impacts our future, our mental health, our college opportunities, and our motivation. And yet it feels like those things don't carry the weight they should. It feels like students' voices aren't being valued in a decision that affects students more than anyone else. And when decisions that clearly harm students yet remains protected so strongly, it makes us wonder why. Some of us can't help but question whether there are financial implications involved, because why else would something be taken away that benefits students unless there is some form of gain to the district? If it isn't helping students, then who is it helping? We're not here to accuse, we're here to ask for transparency, for honestly and a genuine willingness to do what's best for the students, not what's most convenient or what protects past decisions. We're not asking you to make that easy decision, we're asking you to make the right one. Please reconsider this policy, listen to us, and be willing to admit that when something harms students, it deserves a second look. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Natalie Mangus.
Hello again. When I was applying for colleges, the question of GPA and class rank has been on every application. My total cumulative GPA had come from my guidance counselor. I had to skip the question for class rank. I want to say that I think it's pretty sad that I cannot provide the information that colleges are asking for because you all refuse to allow it. When we started our petition, we hoped that it would get your attention. When it reached 500, then 1,000, and now it's well over 1,100 signatures. We thought that you would surely realize that it isn't just us fighting for every academic achievement or advantage that's possible. It's after coming to these meetings for 4 months and speaking at each, I would have thought that surely you would see how much we care and take that into account. Instead, I can only see an impossible stubbornness and unwillingness to do something that can benefit not just us, but every future class graduating from Montesville. This isn't something that benefits your futures, but you might be actively harming ours. I'm truly disappointed with how inconsiderate many members of this school board are being towards the students of this district. At this point, my college applications are finished. Now I'll fight for the future students. Expect to see me at the next meetings.
Thank you. Next, Jody Mangus.
Hi, good evening. So since Monday's meeting, I have called a couple of different places, and I've spoken to admissions officers from Penn State Fayette, and that was actually in person, and then at Ohio State University, one of the places that she applied to. Penn State Fayette uses a self-reporting system for their grades and GPA. So the students are using the information that they get from their guidance counselors, and they're putting it into an app, as far as I understand it, and they put those grades in, and it's sent to the admissions at Penn State. So when they are applying, they have to have the correct cumulative GPA, which is over all 4 years. That GPA, Penn State said, is at least 1/3 of the information that they use when determining acceptance. If that GPA isn't correct, then they may not be admitted, or they might lose out on financial aid from the institution. And he gave me the example that students with a 3.2 GPA were given between $1,000 and $2,500 in financial aid from the university for their first year. So if the student, when they were filling out their information, used incorrect GPA that was on their power school, and say it was a 3.0, they wouldn't qualify for that financial aid. But they might have in fact had a 3.2 cumulative GPA had they called their guidance counselor, because it's over 4 years, and that's not what shows in power school for them right now. It's just what they have right now. So that small difference just cost that student at least $1,000 in financial aid. Was that student unable to contact their guidance counselor? Were they doing their application on the weekend? We don't know. Or did they just not know that the GPAs were different? They might not have known that. I know that when I filled out my college applications, I never talked to my guidance counselor. I don't think I ever contacted her once. But either way, that person missed out on financial aid because they didn't have the correct information in front of them when they were filling it out. So the information that the students provide is manually verified by the university staff after their final transcripts are submitted at the end of the year. But they already have that admittance. They already have that acceptance before those final transcripts are submitted. There have been cases, he said, where students have lied and they were not admitted after they did the review, but those cases are few and far between. He said he's been there 7 years and he thinks it was 2 cases of students who were denied admission after the transcripts were reviewed. Ohio State does not use self-reporting, they use transcripts from the school. So at the time of the application, the students have to have their guidance counselors send the transcript to the university. They do use class rank. It is an indirect usage though, because not all high schools will provide it. So as such, they have a general school report that they get from here, and then they use that to go along with the GPA to estimate their class rank. So they do use these things, it's just the manner in which they use them that matters. So, I mean, please take that into consideration and bring back the class rank. And please put the cumulative GPA, like Robin said, the power school is available to do.
Thank you. Next, Flip.
I just want to add to what some of these people have said, some of these parents. I also had called schools. I made calls to Robert Morris, Duquesne, and Allegheny, and all 3 gave me basically the same. They take what the students give them first, and then they ask for their transcripts. They also tell these, they go on blind faith, and what these kids put down first, that's when they start judging them. So if these kids have an accurate GPA, then, or QPA, however you want to do it, they go by that, and then they can tell them, hey, we'll pick that student, or we'll pick that other student, however they want to do it. And then they go, and then they get the school's certified transcripts. That's what this school does here. They certify it, make sure they get it. However, there is more than one way to apply to schools. They have honor systems. And if you go and you look into the honor systems, like at Robert Morris and Duquesne, they take the highest of your class and they give them honors and they jump them ahead of other students. So by taking these students and not giving them their class rank, going to Duquesne, going to Robert Morris, they take the top 15% of each school and they give them a different application to join. And they like their GPAs to be above 4.2. So if you're taking that away from these students who have qualified to have those and be in the class rank, and just because you can't compare us to a school with 100, you can't compare us to a school with 1,000 students. We're graduating between 300 and 400, I'm assuming, somewhere in this number. That's impressive to be the top 10 400 students. I don't care how you look at it. And these kids, when they apply to these schools by honors, they can get into these schools and have better financial aid, they can get better scholarships. They're missing opportunities by not having this available to them. And the more opportunities they have, we are in a poor community, like just in general. I mean, the gentleman, Mr. Aller, he was talking about, you know, people are splitting pills. Every dollar counts, especially when you're going to school and it's $40,000, $50,000 a semester. Give these kids every opportunity. Let them, if there's the slightest chance that you can give them something to advance them, to get them out of here, to help them move on, to be better leaders in the future, let's give it to them. Let's give them everything they have. Give them the cum laude, give them the class rank, give them everything they can, because we want these kids to excel. We want them to improve. We want them to fight. We want them to be leaders. We want them to be presidents. We want them to be generals. We want them to be the best they can. We want them out there to show the world that where they come from is Collinsville. And if we can put Collinsville out there because we have great students, we can get people to come back here, and there you go. You're starting a trend for this world to be like, dang, they're making these kids better. We're making them stronger. We're just doing the best that they can. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That's all we have for non-agenda items.
Mr. Panzella,
Yes, sir, Mr. Hart.
I'd like to say one thing about this class rank. Do you think we should set up a committee to look at this thing again? And, you know, apparently we weren't given all the information whenever we were to decide on this. I think maybe we should revisit this, since, you know, everybody's telling us different things.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, thank you.
Moving, that's the end of assistant to superintendent.
I have something, thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. First of all, congratulations to two longtime teachers who their retirements were approved tonight. Chris Grimm and Kim Labuda, both of those ladies have been staples to the high school teaching staff for a long time. Congratulations to them. Next Thanksgiving break will begin on Wednesday, November 26th, which will be a staff in service and clerical day. Schools will remain closed through Monday, December 1st. Classes will resume on Tuesday, December 2nd. We wish everyone a safe, restful, and very happy Thanksgiving. And finally, please also note that the annual board reorganization meeting will be held on Wednesday, December 3rd at 7 p.m., followed by a regular voting meeting at 8 p.m. that same evening. That's all I have. Thank you.
Anything I have to say is the students that spoke tonight, I give you guys a lot of credit. I believe you 110%. I don't believe you're lying. I just wanted to commend you for doing that. That was something. Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn.